Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. I just want to do a reading real quick on the legend behind the water signs before I go get cleaned up. I did get some rest. So the zodiac, the legend behind each sign. In ancient times, the sky above us was seen as a giant hollow dome rising over a flat earth, much like in an inverted teacup resting on a saucer. Later, this vision of the earth and the surrounding sky changed to that of a hollow sphere, like an enormous soap bubble with the globe of the earth in its center. The sun made a journey every year around the edge of the sky bubble. Within the space of 1 year, it made a complete circle. The path of the sun's circle around the earth is known as ecliptic. The narrow band of the sun's path is the zodiac. The zodiac is a belt circling the earth 16 degrees wide, 8 degrees above the ecliptic and 8 degrees below the ecliptic, and 360 degrees around. Within this belt are contained the orbits of all the planets in our solar system except Pluto, which has an extraordinarily wide path. Also within this belt are stars, which the ancients arranged in patterns called constellations. To the early stargazers, most of these constellations look like animals. So this belt of constellations became known as the zodiac, from the Greek word zodikios, meaning circle of animals. The zodiac is divided into 12 constellations, each with a name and each given the shape of an animal or a figure. Using these constellations, the ancient astrologers named the 12 astrological signs. The zodiac belt may be imagined in the sense that it is a man-made division of the heavens, but the stars within that belt are real. If you could simultaneously stand at various spots circling our globe, you would be able to see all 12 constellations in the sky at one time. These constellations were known long before Ptolemy categorized them in his textbook, and each constellation has a story handed down through ancient myths. This folklore has become very much a part of our knowledge of the astrological sign. Okay, so now I've already done we've done fire signs, earth signs, and air signs. Now we are going to do water signs. And the first water sign in the zodiac is Cancer, identified as the crab. Okay, the fourth sign of the zodiac is symbolized by the crab, a water creature that is also capable of walking on land. We know that the crab symbol was placed in the zodiac some 500 years before Christ. The Chaldeans gave it the name of Cancer or crab because the crab's backward or oblique movement appeared to represent the sun's movement upon reaching this sign. When the sun reaches the sign of Cancer around June 21st, it seems to remain stationary for a few days. The sun's entry into Cancer began the summer solstice. The very word solstice signifies the sun standing still. In Egypt, the constellation was called Stars of the Water and was represented by 2 turtles. This may have been because the constellation was seen at dawn when the Nile was at its lowest. Nile turtles were rather plentiful at that time of year. Many astrologers think that Cancer, the crab, is a melding of the Egyptian turtles and a Babylonian water creature called Alul, which was apparently a kind of tortoise. All 3 water creatures, turtles, tortoise, and crab, are similar in important ways. They resemble each other in form, and all are hard-shelled and move slowly, like the sun's movement on entering Cancer. According to Greek legend, Cancer is the giant crab that attacked the foot of Hercules while he was engaged in battle with the monstrous nine-headed serpent, Hydra. Hercules, son of the god Jupiter, and a mortal woman, Alcmena, had been sent on 12 difficult and heroic undertakings, known as the 12 labors of Hercules. One of Hercules' labors was to slay the evil serpent, Hydra. Hercules was having his hands full as the crab attacked. For every time Hercules cut off one of Hydra's heads, two more grew in its place. The crab's attack on Hercules was instigated by Juno, Jupiter's jealous wife, who was set on Hercules' destruction. Unfortunately, the giant crab's attack sealed its own dome, for Hercules crushed it before proceeding to dispatch the Hydra. However, legend has it that Juno was grateful for the crab's attempt to carry out her order. As a reward for its obedience and sacrifice, she placed the crab's figure in the heavens along with other heroic symbols. Okay, that's the legend behind Cancer, the crab. And the next water sign is Scorpio, which is identified as the scorpion. And the 8th sign of the zodiac is represented by the scorpion, a poisonous creature that can paralyze its victims with the sting of its tail. The sign of Scorpio suffers from its association with the scorpion. Since its symbol is often hated and feared, the scorpion, however, was not always revealed. In ancient Egypt, it was deified in the form of Selket and scorpion goddesses. Selket was the protectress of the dead, and she is often seen on walls of tombs with her wings spread out in a protective gesture. The classical myth of the scorpion begins with the death of Orion, a beautiful young giant and a great hunter who was the son of Neptune, god of the sea. Tales of Orion's prowess, strength, and manliness are legend. The story of his death is related in many versions. One is that Eos, goddess of the dawn, fell in love with him and carried him away with her. Diana, the moon goddess, became jealous that Eos should take a mortal lover and commanded a scorpion to kill Orion. Another version is that Orion tried to rape Diana, and she brought a giant scorpion out of the earth that stung Orion to death. After Orion's death, Jupiter placed both Orion and the scorpion among the stars. They each became a constellation. Orion, with his golden armor and sword in hand, is one of the brightest and most spectacular constellations in the heavens on a winter night. But when the scorpion, who was placed in the zodiac, rises in summer, the brilliance of Orion fades. Okay, that's the legend behind the Scorpio, which is identified as the scorpion. And the last water sign and the last of our legends behind the zodiac signs is Pisces, which is identified as the fishes. Okay, and it is the 12th and last sign of the zodiac, is represented by two fishes tied to one another, although swimming in opposite directions. The two fishes in water symbolize conflicting currents of emotion and hidden depths. The constellation of the Pisces has been known as two fishes as long ago as 2000 BC. The Babylonian name for the constellation, Kun, has been translated as the tails of the fishes. Kun is also known as the band or the leash, the string that connects the two fishes. Tied to the leash were two fish goddesses, Unitum and Cymea, who represents the Tigris and Euphrates River. In Greek mythology, the two fishes are associated with a story of Venus and Cupid. A great and terrible monster named Typhon had 100 dragon heads, eyes that shot fire, and a voice that was a combination of hissing snakes, bellowing bulls, and roaring lions. One day, Venus, goddess of love and beauty, and her son Cupid were walking along the Euphrates River when Typhon suddenly appeared. His 100 heads flicked dark tongues, and the eyes flashed fire. Typhon was intent on the goddesses and her son's destruction. Terrified and unable to flee, Venus called on her father Jupiter for help. Jupiter quickly changed Venus and Cupid into two fishes, and they jumped into the river and escaped. Another version of this story is that two brave fishes leapt out of the water to rescue Venus and Cupid and carry them off on their backs through the river to safety. As a reward, Minerva, the virgin goddess, placed the two fishes among the stars, where they became the constellations of Pisces. Okay, so we have completed the legend behind the zodiac signs. Okay, so we'll see what we'll be doing in our next video when the time comes. I love you all, and be good. Be good to yourselves, be good to others, and stay true to yourself. Okay, listen to your intuition and follow your life path. Okay, I also have a reading on the life path as well in these videos. So if you want to check out your life path, maybe we'll go back to the number system and do the expressions and the soul urges numbers as well. So maybe we'll go back to that part in this book, the astrology, the only astrology book that you'll ever need. Okay, which is written by Joanna Martine Woolfolk. Okay, you guys have an excellent day, an excellent night. I'm going to get cleaned up, and please like, share, and subscribe this video, please. I need 50 subscribers so we can go live, and then we'll have a discussion on the topics that you guys would like to know, and we can search the books for questions that you may have, so we can all get you know, what we want out of this channel. Okay, like I said, it's a group effort, and you know, this channel is for all of us to get together and to meet different types of people that we have in our world. Okay, and to also help one another, you know, brainstorm and search ourselves to see who we are as individuals, opposed to being led by groups. And maybe, you know, it's a get in where you fit in type of thing, and we got loners. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. We ain't gonna go too deep on it, but let me get myself clean. God bless you all. I love you all. Be good. Love yourself and love others. Take care of yourself, take care of others. Be true and honest to yourself. Be 100, straight 100 with you. You can't trick God. Thank you all for tuning in.